One of the problems, as you know, with feeding old horses is weight loss. And what a lot of people tend to do is go straight for a concentrated feed that's made specifically for old horses. That's fine as long as they can eat their hay. But what we find is, with a lot of the older horses, they're unable to chew their hay properly, and therefore they start to lose weight. So what you have to do before you start using any concentrate feed is consider how you would replace this hay. This is Saunders, as you can see. She's quite keen on it, and she's not got a problem with eating hay, but we're just using her from a body weight point of view. She weighs 450 kilos, and at the moment she's on 8 kilos of hay. So if we imagine that she can't eat this, what we need to think about is how we put together a whole load of fibre products to replace this amount of hay. What we need to do is we need to provide her with similar calories and similar chewing or occupational therapy as she would get from her hay. At the same time, we need to keep her hindgut healthy. So what we do is we make up a mixture of 3 products specifically. We pick a high fibre cube, and we're going to feed 2.6 kilos of this high fibre cube. And as well as providing her with the fibre, that will also provide her with her vitamin minerals. We're also going to feed a similar weight of a chopped grass. So these buckets weigh 2.6 kilos, but you can see they take up a much bigger volume than the heavier nut. And then finally, we're going to add 2.6 kilos of a unmolassed sugar beet. This has just been soaked about 5 minutes ago, and I suspect that within the next 5 minutes that will fill the whole bucket. So again, you see it's quite a big volume. What we tend to find, depending how bad the chewing is or the lack of chewing, what you might want to do is pop your high fibre cubes in with the sugar beet just before you feed so that it softens them up and makes them into a bit more of a mush. Just as you would with a hay net, where you feed 1 hay net in the morning and 1 at night, you will probably decide to divide this ration into 2, maybe the smaller amount in the morning and then leave her with the large hay net at night. So obviously you're going to have to find a suitable container that carries this complete volume. And the reason that we've weighed it all out like this is because quite often we'll get phone calls that say, from yourselves, that's saying, I've weighed all this out and it's so much hard feed. And I think it's just important to remind ourselves, this is not the hard feed. Good pony. It is in fact replacing this quantity of hay. And therefore it's very important to feel completely confident that that's the appropriate quantity to feed.